the former bishop of the Albany Catholic Diocese, Howard Hubbard, was laid to rest today, about a week after dying from a stroke.
Bishop Hubbard was long recognized for his decades of service to the diocese and the community, but he also leaves behind some controversy. News 10 ABC's Zion Decoteau showing us how Bishop Hubbard's life is being remembered tonight.
The funeral mass for Bishop Howard Hubbard brought out regular parishioners and politicians alike. Mourners gathering to pay their respects for a man who was revered in the community, but also had a complicated legacy. Bagpipes served as a symphony outside the service commemorating the life and death of Bishop Howard Hubbard. There's plenty of pomp and circumstance inside the Mass. Bishop Edward Scharfenberger eulogizing the late Hubbard.
And we also, in a special way, commend those for whom the Mass is offered to the loving hands of God.
Hubbard was born on Halloween 1938 in Troy. At age 38, he took his place as head of the Albany Archdiocese in 1977, becoming the youngest bishop in the country. Mr. Hubbard was seen as a liberal leader in the church because of his social justice and peace advocacies. Bishop Avery Comethere remembering his colleague in faith.
He had a mission, he knew what he had to do, and come what may, what others thought, how they felt, he knew that he had a mission he had to accomplish for the least of these.
But like rust to a church bell, the bishop's legacy was tarnished by multiple child sex abuse allegations, which he denied. Hubbard hung up his bishop's hat in 2014, later retiring from ministry amid controversy in 2022. Hubbard died of a stroke on August 19th. He was 84.
If there was a word that I could give, it would be compassion. Very compassionate person.
At the end of the service, the aroma of incense clung in the air while Catholic leaders, priests, and pallbearers among them carried Hubbard's casket out of the Loudonville church. Hubbard was buried after the ceremony in an undisclosed cemetery next to the graves of his parents. That's the story from Loudonville, Zion Decoteau, News 10 ABC.
Hubbard's death also impacting the ongoing legal dispute over the retirement savings for hundreds of former St. Clair's Hospital employees. His death triggering another pause in the pensioners' case until September 21st. It's the second time this year the lawsuit was put on hold. A stay was issued after the diocese filed for bankruptcy, but a judge granted a motion allowing the case to move forward. The diocese is accused of failing to make necessary contributions to the pension plan. St. Clair's lawsuit, not the only controversy Bishop Hubbard left behind. We will take a closer look at his role in the child sex abuse allegations in our next half hour. You can find full coverage of his funeral on our website, news10.com.